Log into your phone on YouTube and you can watch this right now.
Here was the scene with the Cowboys
emerging
from their tunnel.
Call your homeboy, call your friends, tell them to log in and watch you get your ass whooped, nigga.
So they see me calling, doing all this and all?
Not yet. You'll see when somebody log in, when somebody get in, it'll tell you one person logged in, 2 people, 3 people. Get on the phone, call your people.
You call your people. You don't want to.
My people gonna log in, they get notifications. I got subscribers. You feel?
It was loud, it's still loud.
That's what I got.
As the Cowboys get set to match up with
all I'm gonna do is run my motherfucking subscribers up on you.
Man, you know you supposed to do that shit before.
Bitch, but you ain't let me. You motherfucking hit start and motherfucking hit X and shit. Hey, Isabella, bitch. Isabella, bitch. Fuck you talking about, bitch.
Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Cardinals now.
What game it brought you to?
There you go.
Why you ain't joining the party? Me and Strong to be. Talking about what you went on your phone? Oh, okay. He talking about this bitch here retarded. Larry Fitzgerald slower than some bitch out there, boy. That shit don't make no sense how slow that motherfucker is, boy.
He never really been running like that though.
That bitch. Yeah, Isabella slide, bitch. Stop playing with Isabella.
Where the fuck you
from? Don't let me lie. Hold on. He from. I do know. No, I do know. He ain't go to Virginia. He went to something like. What the fuck did he go to? TCU? No, not TCU. What's that shit? It was an all-white school. All white. Not Stanford.
Yeah, you need to come on.
I'm gonna say Connecticut or something. I'm trying to see if I want to take this motherfucker out, bro. I'm about to put Hakeem Butler in. I mean, put the rookie in. Put him in right there with him. Got my young nigga. Larry Fitzgerald. I already know I'm finna do it too. Where you at? Can I put you there? I can't put Larry at tight end. They gay for that.
Just put Larry at tight end.
Huh?
You got Max. Like that at tight end. That boy from Minnesota.
Yeah, but I was gonna put Larry at tight end though.
Oh, eat Larry up, really?
I ain't even do shit.
Okay. You should be able to put him at tight end, Bill.
Vondre, bitch. Fuck you talking about? All the other shit you talking about, bitch. Vondre. Fuck wrong with you. Yeah.
Man, what you gonna go to every position, bitch?
No, I'm trying to put the nigga on the field, bro.
Who?
With my ballers. Yeah. You feel me? Lauderdale, nigga. That who? What you talking about? Right there.
Who?
Pat, Lauderdale, Pompano. Fuck you talking about?
That's the best thing came out of Pompano, bitch.
Nah, it ain't. The best thing came out of Pompano was Tyrone Moss. Rest in peace. Ooh. He just ain't Tyrone Moss, running back. See, you don't even know nothing, bro. Teach you young
set
bucks.
To go offensively, and it'll be the dual threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
I still remember being in Indianapolis at the Combine when the result of Kyler Murray's height was announced. And when the tape measure showed him at a little bit of
body dope up. Big homie, give me fight it. Don't add me nothing, bro. You know how to play mad and all that shit you were talking.
But he was the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. This guy can make great plays with his arm, can scoot with his feet, and has motivated this team and has him on a really good upward trajectory.
Gets this to the 24.
Good run, baby. Good run.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. On the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
from the 24. Murray.
Oh, you got to hold the ball, big boy.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going to wind up and air it out. It'll hit traffic, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Kyler Murray, where you throwing that ball at, bro?
Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
You hear so many discussions about Dak Prescott. Is he one of the top quarterbacks in the league? Is he still ascending? What does he need to do to get there? All I know is that when he's in control of the Dallas offense, they were #1 in the league last year in terms of yards per play, and he was second in the league in passing yards with over 4,900. This guy gets it done, and his team really likes him as their leader.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because they're in sync. As we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run.
Are you locking to get in there?
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10 stop.
What's going on there? 5?
Hassan Reddick in on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down and 7.
Yeah, like if I betted 100, then yeah, they worry about it. I'd have took the control out of the nigga hand myself.
On the counter, Elliott. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8.
Hey, Isaiah, I need you to put your head on something, baby. Put your head on something.
That's a gain of 3.
No time to play.
Now 3rd and 5.
We ain't come to play. We ain't come to play, baby. Put your head on something.
Prescott
Put your head on something. Stop playing. Oh, that shit wasn't picked.
Hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You better take your 3 home,
had good
bro.
starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking.
Stop playing with me, bro.
And it's intercepted.
Stop playing with me. Man, this nigga supposed to put that bitch to the
Goes on
high.
to his own 17-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our
They
guys.
let you brag and shit out.
Drake will start the drive on the ground.
Oh, come on, man.
And he works it across the
This shit
25
late.
before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the
Bullshit,
drive,
man.
and it's a quick
Tiptoeing
first
out
down.
there.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake. Because you remember last year he was in Miami,
Big
wasn't
homie, you
getting
see
many
that feet
carries,
real
not a
homie?
lot of success, but in mid-season ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the
all that
season,
arm tackle.
utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch
Oh,
it
God.
He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
Jalen Smith tied for 6th in the NFL in tackles last year, in on the stop there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down.
Oh, come on, man. Kyler Murray is ass, bro.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
I see you,
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
At the 18-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
Oh, Cuzzo, learn how to catch, little bitch.
Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Prescott from the gun. He's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Really something about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change.
Right? We got to get some moves, bro.
You got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal. But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because
I got the Cowboys killer on this team, man.
You're wondering, can you get out of it?
You already knew that is.
Too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion.
I know who that is.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now on first down, Drake again.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a bit. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 35 on second down. Murray. This one caught by Isabella.
Murray's pass.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And he's got the first down.
Ain't got no fucking move,
taken down at midfield. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
White boy just made me mad.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Score Cowboys 3, Cardinals 0.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Murray from midfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And good penetration. Get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He had a lower back spasm or some shit.
Shotgun now for Murray.
Yeah, they was already up big.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards on a 1st down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good, backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do. Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
The Falcons' leading tackler a season ago, Devondre Campbell, gets another one there. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Elliott. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. He's brought down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you're really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what.
Dallas don't want to lay down.
Getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And the result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football.
Did you watch the last game?
As an offensive play caller, you're on schedule.
Bro, that Crocker ball dot so fucking hard. Man, Luka. But bro, but I'm talking about that game. Mind you, Porzingis didn't play, bro. The whole game, bro. This man had 40. I don't know this. That's something, bro. This man had 43, 17, and 13, bro.
On that second down run, and at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, goon.
On first down, Drake. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a second and one.
But that 3-point, bro, that 3-point, dog. If you look up the game right now, bro, that 3-point shot that nigga hit, bro. Man, that man hit a 3-point shot, bro. Bro, game, yeah, let's step back to win the game, bro. By 1 point, bro, the man hit this.
Talking about Luka.
Man, Luka, bitch. Man, Luka hit this bitch so nasty, bro. I'm talking about, and then when he made it, bro, that bitch barely touched the net, bro.
With second and a yard.
I'm talking about ice cold veins, bro. This man only 21, bro. This man got a long way to go, bro.
Shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Yep.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Man, so what, bro? Man, still a cracker. He's still a cracker.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Murray. Going deep for Hopkins.
Oh, Kyler Murray, bro. What the fuck is your arm at, bro?
The intended receiver, but it'll be second down. They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Now Drake. Stepped up quickly here.
Oh my God.
Just a yard up to the 39.
Oh my God.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns.
Come on, man. You gonna pause it as soon as I'm hitting X and shit?
Man, how the hell am I supposed to know that?
I'm saying, though. We in the middle of a live play.
Oh, yeah, my bad, bro. I forgot. I'm saying, what the fuck? What the fuck, man?
Could be, it be different defensive formations.
I know that, but that shit be tripping me out.
On either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Eluding the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away.
What happened to the backs?
Go into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own.
Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers would tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get
what the fuck?
game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect him to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's a gain of 3.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. That is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The return is Kirk. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him.
Oh my God, bro. Dog, big homie, look at this, bro. This man full lot turned around just to get his ass fuck stick.
Or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Murray going deep for Hopkins.
Bro, they still don't let you control the wide receiver, dog. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. 2nd quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. Here's 2nd and a yard. Prescott now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. That's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Buying time to his left. That's complete to Butler. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
No wide receivers, no separation.
Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
You can't click on them.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
You seen
that
Cole.
ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They go to Elliott again. And
Two
nothing
co-workers
doing. He's
banging.
immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're
Well,
looking
they
up
were
at a
fighting.
3rd and 9 situation.
9.
Prescott down.
Man, what is up with these niggas, bro? Pick the ball off, bro.
Patrick Peterson, the shutdown
God
corners
damn.
there on the coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Kirk now, the return man. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play
He
defensively.
would be a nigga
I see
on
a
the
shake of the head
roof.
as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, they go accepting Murray for the 3rd
I
time.
have no control over the wide receiver once I click
And
on
these
him.
guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all
Yeah,
over the
when I
field
click
so
on him, bro,
far.
the
That's his second
bitch
interception of the
just
game.
keep running
And
straight.
So much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Corey Peters there to bring him down.
Brought him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the
This is
distance.
a block.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 64 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I'm
And
going
my
to give
homeboy
credit to the
said,
offensive
tell that
line
broke
for
nigga he
reading
should have
that
put
ball
the
so
10
suddenly.
up.
And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, it's
He
Zerline.
said,
He'll
man,
kick it
speaking
away.
to girls and niggas going to jail.
On the return, Andy Isabella. And he'll get it up just
This
past the
brother can
20
shake
as
a
these
nigga
guys will
with
go
this
to
for
work
inviting
at the
me. Invite me to
21-yard
him,
line.
man.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, Murray going deep for Hopkins.
Man, that's about time, bitch.
That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
Man, that shit wasn't even 1-1.
Left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say, take
Man, had to make a fucking awesome grab.
The truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start.
Look at
right
the grab this man just had to make, bro. Come on, man. That shit uncalled for.
Moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake.
Oh my God, bro. I got blocker right there.
Making things tough on him as they
that.
stop him for no gain.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it now.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
Right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away? And it's not just a turnover.
I ain't made a kick since I've been playing this dude, bro.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss too.
Oh my God, bro. Look at my dude do the Baker, bro. Bro, the movement on this shit, bro, is retarded.
Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion
knocked
here
down
on 3rd
at
and
least
6.
3 picks to the high. They did knock down to the ground. They knocked them down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The football going back over to Arizona now. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keep it hooked.
Oh, my God, bro.
Incomplete.
Oh,
Would have been a
man.
big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Murray.
Oh, hold on to the ball, somebody, bro.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. He's going to air one out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And Xavier Woods with a pick. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. He was brought down by Devon Kennard. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Have some fun. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
10 at the 27-yard line.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 34. Big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If he's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Elliott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You can see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? And now here's another interception. Chidobe with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and 7.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this from 39. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this will really be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, really, this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff. And I'm right there.
You ready to bet some?
You got cash out?
Man, you ready to bet some, man?
You got cash out?
I got cash out. I got everything. Where your cash up at? Yeah, let me see it then. You talking about you got cash out, bitch? Let me see your cash out. See some paper on that bitch. You talking about cash out, bitch? Like you ain't got no motherfucking money, bitch.
With a pinky ring, everybody used to pick at me. Now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in the eating blood across it where the blood dip.
I stopped recording.
Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, this is the NFL on EA Sports. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
With Chesapeake back. Gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Devontae Kazin. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Intercepted.
Atlanta takes the field. Their offensive leader, of course, Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. 5th in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it, even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
At the Ravens 7-yard line.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
He may be playing free safety while wrapped up in a corner's body. But Earl Thomas is the best center fielder in the game. He cleans up everything back there as far as I'm concerned. I think he just has intelligence, understands things, and boy, is he tough.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Younghoe Koo to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
McKinley on the tackle.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead.
Jackson's pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And there shouldn't be any surprise at all when we watch him flash his arm. Easy motion, easy action, and that ball flies downfield.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
He better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 4th down.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. It's caught by Treadwell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. After 1, 7-10 now from the 30. Here's Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Looking deep for Julio. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. 30 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Coup now for the point after. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, Ingram. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.